Part 4. How to determine the absolute uncertainty. Now, before I explain how to determine the absolute uncertainty, I need to explain there are two types of uncertainty in chemistry. Absolute, did you see in the right corner? Absolute uncertainty, and then the second one is relative uncertainty. Now, absolute uncertainty is the uncertainty that you take it if the variable directly measured by a certain measurement tool. Okay, for example, if you want to determine or calculate the mass of something, okay, so you use digital balance, so directly you use the tool, so that's we call it absolute. So the digital balance, it has uncertainty or errors. Now that's we call it absolute. Now the second one is relative uncertainty. Now for relative uncertainty, we can get it from the calculation. Why? Because we do not measure the value to directly using the measurement tools. For example, concentration. Concentration is the combination between mole and volume. Volume you measure with graduated cylinder. Mole you can get it from the mass or maybe another variables, which is those variables are measured using different measurement tools. Now, if we use multiple measurement tools, so that's why we need to do calculation. Now, the uncertainty that we have it, that's we call it relative uncertainty. Now, for the first uncertainty that we are going to find is the absolute uncertainty of the independent variable. Okay, did you see this is the independent variable? Okay, there is a first table, raw data. Second table is the average volume of NaOH. Now we focus on the third table. Okay, so we need to copy again and then paste in the third table. Now in the second column, there is a name, there is heading there, absolute uncertainty of temperature. Now, temperature itu belongs to the independent variable. Now, we need to change because our independent variable right now is different amount of sugar. So, we need to change, then copy paste. Nah, if the column or box is not fit, you can a little bit stretch to make it fit. Now, why we call it absolute? Because our independent variable is sugar. And then sugar were measured using digital balance, which is directly using measurement tool. Now, we can see the uncertainty is plus minus. Uncertainty, usually they will use plus minus because that's error. Okay, it could be more 0.1 or it could be less than 0.1. Now, how to put the value? It's easy. Just type 0.1. Why we put 0.1 for all variation, Pak? Because all the sugar, the variation of sugar, amount of sugar itu were measured using the same digital balance. So that's why we need to put the same absolute uncertainty. Okay, now the next thing that you need to do is you need to go to the sample calculation. We have already made the first sample calculation, which is average of NaOH. So the second one of the calculation is determine. Okay, sorry, I put the wrong word. Determine the absolute uncertainty of IDV. I don't want to put it very long, so later in your lab report you need to mention, yeah, what is the IDV. Now you need to put the measurement tools is the digital balance, okay, or maybe we can put directly absolute uncertainty of, now your tools, digital balance. how many? Plus minus 0.1. Okay, that's all.